Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I am going to do a video on an altered watch. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, and I actually had some really good watch bits and pieces that I couldn't find for a little bit. And I've been doing some cleaning around my craft room, and I located those bits and pieces. And so I just wanted to show you a few of the ones that I have. I have more. I have this bag that has, whoopsies, that has a whole bunch of watch pieces and things in it too. But also, as I was going through everything and looking for stuff, look what I found. These were sent to me in Happy Mail at some point, and they're those key holder things. Well, there's a whole bunch of them, some in different colors, different sizes, and I thought, oh my goodness, those are going to be great for doing some resin stuff with. So I just wanted to show you guys that. But I also have this bag kind of full of watch bits and pieces. But these are some of my favorite ones that I want to do in sort of a vintage-y look. There's especially a couple of them that are kind of special to me. And I think they will be so beautiful. Also, I have one in here. I've got this one. I want to do a couple of them leaving the strap on and making them bracelets. So I have a couple of them that I'm going to be doing that too, but this is also a very pretty one. This one I do not want to take apart, and this one I do not want to take apart because it's super pretty. It's got rhinestones in the band, and it's just super vintagey looking, and really, really gorgeous. A couple of these, I really feel like I want to look them up and make sure there's not something extra special about them that I should maybe not be altering them at all. So I'm not sure. This one's super pretty, but I don't think it is like a crazy great, brand of watch, I might say, but it's super pretty, and I just think it'll make a great bracelet. So anyway, so these are some of the ones that we're going to be looking at today. Of course, we're not going to get all of these done, but I did want to show you a bunch of them, and we'll decide, which ones or which one we're going to complete. I was thinking I might do this one because I have some really good, sorry about the band-aid, you guys. I've got a band-aid on my wrist. My doggy got a hold of me the other day, and yeah. So I put a band-aid on because it was kind of ugly looking. So anyway, I was thinking about this one. I had actually started on this one, and see, sometimes what I do is I take the watch part out and I add an image on the inside. Well, I had some of my rub-on decals, and I thought, oh, these would be really pretty in this one. I don't know if I love this one or not, and it may just be me. I used blue flowers, but I was also thinking this would be a fun one to do. It's got the black band and the rhinestone crystal. I can take the insides. It's like a snowflake on the inside, and I don't really want to do a snowflake, but I thought I can pop that bit out and maybe use one of my pink rose pieces to put on the inside of that one. So I think that might be pretty. The only thing is that sometimes these flowers are just a bit big, and they don't quite fit right, so I end up having to cut a lot of it off, and I hate wasting my flowers like that. The other thing that I could do is I could take a little bit from a applique or a piece of trim and pop that on the inside. Let's pop this one open real quick. These are not always easy to pop open, you guys. I'm using an X-Acto knife here, and I'm just going to get up under there. Now, I had this open no problem yesterday. Of course, it's going to give me a hard time today. I think I just got it on there real good last night when I popped it back on. I did not glue it, although that's kind of what I want to do, is glue it on. Wow, I cannot believe this, you guys. It popped off of there no problem last night. Oh my word. I may not be changing this one out. There we go. Okay, got it. So that's what's on the inside of that one. And what we could do, I'm just going to check and see, is if I took, let's see, a little piece of this, for instance, and pop that in there. I got a little bump in my top there. And I can pop that on, and you can see we've got that vintage flower on the inside, and that looks really cool. So something like that would be cute too. But I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set this one aside, because I'm not feeling that one today. I am feeling this one, and I am feeling this one, and I am feeling this one because I really want to do a bracelet with this one. And I'm going to vintage it out somehow using some of my my trims and things to make it look really vintage. You know, I thought maybe I could put a couple of these flowers on there, you know, at each end there, and maybe take some, let's see, I've got some bits and pieces of lace. I thought I could pop some lace underneath it, just to kind of dress it up a little bit. And right now, you guys, I'm just popping this here just to kind of get a look, see at what it might look like. I've got a piece of this lace, and I really do like this lace. And that would be pretty as well to pop right up under there and have it sort of popping out the side like that, with just the flowers and the leaves like that. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do with that. Then I've got this cute one, and I started working on it. I put a piece of cord at the bottom of it here. I had to tie it on and really work hard to get that on there and get it so it will stay well. And so I did that off camera, but that's just so that I can hang things. But this one is super cute because it's got this cherub angel in it, and I was thinking this one would be a lot of fun to do today. Again, this is going to be, well, in the end, I'm not sure. Right now, we're just going to call it a pendant. I also took this earring out because I do have this that I can add to, let's see, it still has the earring thing on the back of it, but look at how pretty that would be on there with that butterfly here. Let me lay it down. With that butterfly on there, and you know, all those pretty beads and stuff. Look how gorgeous that is. And then if I alter the front, the face of it a little bit, I'm going to leave the watch in there. It's got mother of pearl on the face of this watch, and it's really pretty. It's not a working watch. That's okay. I don't think that's a problem. But I have so many little bits and pieces that I could add to that. Look at that. Ugh, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So I really, really like this one. I've got a little feather here that we could add. Look at that. So pretty. I have a couple of cutoffs even from my little metal corners. I had thought about putting those sort of up at the top here, like that. whoopsies. These are hard for me to hold on to. And they just kind of go sliding all over the place. So if I put those like up at the top like that, and then put something like this little cameo in the middle, that would be pretty. And then you could take and add this to the bottom. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? So we've already got that would be just perfect for this. Just beautiful. And then with this at the bottom, although this is now yellow gold and that's all silver. I don't have a problem usually with mixing metals, but the other thing that I have is I have this, which we could hang from the bar at the bottom, and look at that. Perfect fit. And then this could be used, this would be pretty really, with the angel. Although that's a little bit small. I've also got this cameo that I want to do something with. And look at that. Again, though, it's silver. So I don't know if I want to put this with silver. I have this gold one here, and that would obviously work perfectly with this because let me hang it on here, because it's gold like the butterfly dangle is. So if I was to put that on there, that would be really, really pretty. And I'm okay with it being bigger than the watch itself. I think it looks very beautiful. Just like that. So yeah, we got so many different ideas here. Now I know I'm not using my usual images on these, you guys. That's not what I wanted to do with this today. I wanted to use the actual watches. This one says Dream, Love, Happiness on it. Is that not the cutest? And these all came in Happy Mail, you guys. People sent me these in Happy Mail packages a while back, and I've just been sitting on them, and I feel like I need to do a watch. I really need to do it. I also have some of my smaller corner pieces, which actually would be really awesome, because with these, what you can do with them, the cool thing, you can take that and put it on the top of like a square watch, and look at it, almost turns it into a little birdhouse. Look at how cute. I wouldn't do that on this one, but maybe like, do I have other colors? I think I only have those in silver. Yeah, I don't have any in the other colors. However, well, I do sort of. I've got this, and I could take this and do pretty much the same thing, just cut it off, you know, at a certain point, like right here. It would work. But see, I don't have a square one that feels like, I mean, I could use this one. It makes this look like a little round birdhouse. So yeah, I guess it would work on pretty much any way you want to go. This one is the little one, and it would actually be quite cute on this little black watch. So yeah, I like that. I'm going to take a couple of these out just so that I have them at the ready, just in case. We have some charms. I have a couple of my little love charms here. And just a whole bunch. I've got my other charms here that I got in Happy Mail, and these are so beautiful, you guys. They've got the most beautiful sayings, and then I have a bunch of my little ones, little timepieces and things like that would be super cute on these. I have these two little birds that are just adorable. Look at that. I've got two of those. But I've got some other bits and pieces in here, so I've got lots of charms. So We will figure this out. I have a story that I have to tell you guys, though. You know, it was really, really strange. The other day, Saturday, I went out in the yard and I went to pick some flowers, specifically for my father-in-law, because it was the day of his celebration of life. And I was out there and I was picking, actually I was cutting some of these flowers. These are off my hibiscus, so you guys can see how beautiful my hibiscus is doing. I just picked these, or cut these off this morning. Let me back you off a little bit so you can actually see how pretty these are. So look at how pretty they are. My hibiscus bushes are just doing amazing this year. This is just one of the red ones. I have orange and yellow, I think. Yeah, I've got some different colors, but they are just beautiful. So anyway, I was out in the backyard cutting some hibiscus flowers for my father-in-law to put in a little vase so that I could put it next to his ashes at home on the mantle. And while I was cutting those flowers, I was talking to him. You know, I do that. I talk to my loved ones that have passed on a regular basis, really. I talk to them all the time, depending on who it is I want to talk to at the moment. I talk to my mom. I talk to my mother-in-law. I talk to lots of other people that have passed, and it just makes me feel good. So anyway, I was talking to him, and I was just saying goodbye to him and telling him, you know, thank you for the things he did for us in our life, and for, you know, telling him to keep on watching over us and all that good stuff. And do you know, you guys, I, at that very moment, looked down at my feet, and this feather, it's not a crazy gorgeous feather or anything, but it's a feather. And this feather, look at how shiny it is, was sitting right at my feet. I have never, ever seen a feather like this just laying in front of me anywhere. Not a large feather like this. It must have come from, it may have come from a hawk. We do have a lot of hawks around here that fly through the sky. We even have, I don't think it would be an owl. We do have some owls in the area, but I'm going to say probably a hawk. I thought it was from a blackbird at first, but this is not a black feather. It's a brown. You can see the brown cast in it. It's a brown feather. And so this was laying at my feet, and I thought, oh my goodness, I've always heard that that's sort of a reminder that they're near and watching over you and all that good stuff. So I even went so far as to get on Google and see what does it mean when you find a brown feather. So you guys, look that up. At first I thought it was black, and then I realized it wasn't black, it was brown. So I looked up, you know, what does it mean to find a brown feather, and I was quite happy when I read what it said. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if I still have that close by here. Let's see. It says a brown feather means, wait, no, that's not it. What does it say about let's see. Oh, I had it right here. My goodness, where did it go? Oh, here's what it said. Okay. It says, peacefulness is set to make a return to your life. Finding a brown one promotes stability and balance and indicates there will soon be a time when you'll find harmony between the physical and the spiritual world. You guys don't know how awesome it was for me to read that, because the funny thing is, when I was talking to my father-in-law, that's kind of what I was talking about, you know, how I wished that life would get a little more peaceful and, you know, things would get better and all of that stuff. And then there it was, a brown feather, which at the time I didn't know the meaning of that or what the perceived meaning of that is. And I thought that was kind of cool. So, yeah, I enjoyed reading about that and I enjoyed the meaning of it. And I thought, you know what? I can go along with that. And I just thought it was really cool. I'm going to quickly read my quote for the day. Let's see. Oh, gosh, where'd it go? Oh, that took me to the wrong place. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. I just hate, I go into Pinterest to get these quotes. And the bummer of it is, sometimes I find really good places to go. And that's what it is. It's all about quotes, you know, special quotes and positive quotes and all that good stuff. But then you go to these other ones and all it is a whole bunch of pop-up ads that pop up in front of you, like this. It pops up with all these stupid little things that you don't want to see. Okay, so we're just going to go with this one. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. So let's get ourselves some new strength and some new thoughts and get positive. Here's another one. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. So let's do that, you guys. Let's be positive today. Let's do some positive things and feel good and all that. So let's go ahead. We do need to get started on this. And I will zoom you guys in just a little bit. I want to make sure you can see the entire table so that I know that no matter what I'm doing or where I am on the tabletop, you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have some laces over here. We have all of our goodies that we can use. Obviously, we're not going to use all of this stuff, but I just took out a whole bunch of stuff thinking, okay, we can use whatever we want and put away the rest. So let's take these off of here. I could even take one of these small things here and maybe just use one of those. Oh, look at what this would do. We use one at the top. We could use one at the bottom. And look at how beautiful that makes the face of that watch. And let's just zoom in just a little bit more, because I really do want you guys to be able to see what we're doing here. I think one of these birds would be awesome on this one. I really do. Birds of a feather flock together, right? But what if I was to do something like this and take a feather, the feather, and the bird, and put those on there? That is really, really pretty. I'd do it a little bit differently than that because I don't want to cover up how beautiful this really looks. That looks awesome. Maybe I don't use the feather. Maybe I use something else. I've got angels too. And I've also got these bits, and these would look gorgeous on this as well. These are some nail charms that my friend Robin sent me. I find myself using these in a lot of projects because they're just perfect little charms that go beautifully on almost anything I use them in. And then I could just take my bird and put that like right up there. But everything's going to kind of fall off because it's not stuck down, so it's okay. And then I also have my love charms. I have one of these. I think that would be awesome on there. And I have as well some of my little bow ties, and I thought maybe that would be pretty on that black watch. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So yeah, we've also got that. I've got a one of my silver bow ties in here. Here's a silver one. So I've just got everything, you guys. There's nothing we need that we don't have. So now I'm debating on whether I'm going to use any of this lace, because here's what I was thinking. I was thinking I could take and just kind of have a piece of lace sort of coming out the side of this, and maybe what I'll do is I'll just wait until I get the top decorated, and then we will go from there to decide exactly how we want to go. Because on this one, remember, I was thinking about using this and this beautiful piece, and then I could just take maybe one of these and put it at the top like that. But I have to say, I really like this, I think, better with these two pieces on here. I really do. I think that looks awesome on this piece. It just makes all the difference in the world. And what I could do is I could take this little teeny cameo and I could pop that in the center just like that. And look at that. It's gorgeous. Or I could take one of my little angels and pop that in the center. And that would be pretty. Or I could take my little silver bow tie. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think that works. I also have sorry you guys, I really do have to figure this out. I want to see what exactly I want to go with. I have this little cross, but I don't think that one goes too good. It's gold, and I don't want to put gold in there. I have some other bits and pieces here, though, that might go nicely in the center of this. And these are all little nail charms that I'm testing on here right now. Not that. There's a little heart with a dangle. I'll leave that right there. I do have these butterflies, and those actually, where'd the other one go? I know I just saw both of them sitting there. What did I do with the other one? Oh, there it is. I can take and use those little butterflies and sort of have those on there somewhere. And I could take even and just put this love charm right in the middle. Where'd our birdie go? Okay, we still have our bird, and maybe that's what we do. We could put our bird right in the middle, like that. But I'm not loving that on there. And then I have these. These are so very pretty, and I've got 2 of them. And I'm thinking if I was to put them nose to nose, like that, those might be pretty, coming down the center of that. Or we could take them like that and put, I also have this piece. And that's a cutoff from one of my other corner pieces. That looks pretty in the center of that as well. It looks very decorative. Okay, you guys, so, oh, wait a minute. What about this? I did just take this out, and of course I can't pick it up. I've got this fairy, and actually that would be gorgeous. Maybe off to the side. That would be gorgeous. Okay. All right, you guys, I know I've got to get busy here and get this done. So I'm just wasting a whole lot of time sitting here gabbing and trying to figure out what I want to look at. This is one of my porcelain roses, and that really does look very pretty in the center of that, doesn't it? I think that looks really good. I think that's what we're going to use, you guys. I think I decided. Woohoo! Okay, so, and I could still possibly use the fairy, or you know what? I'm not going to, but I still may use these pretties as little decorative bits coming out from that rose. That would be pretty. Okay, so we'll keep those almost as leaves, so sort of like that. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to take some of my resin and let's see, I'm just going to pop some of it in this little cup. I have a little piece of something popping out of that. And then we'll get one of our little swabs here. And I'm going to take this resin and I'm going to start it at the top here. I want to see how that's going to, okay, I'll start it right here at the top, and then I'm going to kind of have it coming down like this. And we'll lay that one down, because I feel like if I resin this in, I don't have to worry that it's going to go anywhere. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm just popping resin around the outside of this a little bit here so that I know that my UV light is going to get to it. And I need to do the same thing for the bottom one. Okay. And we're, oop, those daggum things do not stay in the cup for anything. There we go. Okay, and daggum, what a word. Who came up with that? Oh my goodness, I think that was probably the worst word I ever heard my mom say, daggum. Because my mother never, ever, I can't say, well, I might have heard her cuss once or twice when she was really, really mad, but she hated that she did it. And it upset her because she did not believe there was any reason to ever cuss about anything. Use a word, a real word, not a cuss word. She would, she did not cuss. I don't cuss as a general rule, really ever. But I will say that I've done it more than my mother ever did. I'm just not like a sailor. I don't see the purpose for it either. Okay, so let's get those sitting down on there. And each of these pieces, we're going to get them on there and we're going to kind of work our way out, I think is what we're going to do. Let's see. Okay. That's not all that it needs, but it's all that it needs to keep those sitting down on there, so that will be okay. That actually does look real pretty up there on that. I may end up using one of those. Okay, so now I'm getting some more resin, and we are covering that beautiful little face. It's okay, you guys. We'll find another one. You guys may get the cut version of this video. I may have to cut it a little bit so that you guys don't have to hear all of my conversation. And I can cut down the time on this video if I need to. Okay, and then I think for these, I really do want to have those sort of popping out there. And this one. I really like these, and I think they will enhance the look of this. If I can just get them in there. Gosh, I just feel like I can't get it to sit exactly right. It's not gonna sit in there. Darn, that's frustrating. maybe like that. Maybe that works better. Yeah, actually I think it does. It looks good with them kind of coming out from opposite sides. Yes, I like that. Okay, I am going to add a bit of resin here because the resin from the middle is not kind of coming out far enough, I feel, to really hold these down. So let me grab another swab because I can see where I need to sort of wipe this right here. Because I don't want a bunch of lumpy, bumpy, although I will be probably adding a layer of resin under this once it's all said and done. So it's probably not going to matter. But let me go ahead and let me turn my lamp on real quick. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these two little bits here. These are cut-offs from one of my corner pieces that I took from this end. You can see at this end here, let me get down where you can see it, this end and this end. I cut these two pieces off because I used it on something else. And so I had these left over. I never throw those away, you guys. Don't throw those away because they're very decorative. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I am going to cut a little bit more away. At one side, and I'm going to keep those too. I'm not going to throw those away because they are still decorative and they're little, and you would be amazed at the things you can use just these little tiny pieces on. So I'm just taking and I'm keeping this piece for today's project, and I'm going to drop the little piece down there. Okay. So what I'm going to do with these, first of all, I've got these two nail charms. You guys can get these on Temu. They're just two little nail charms. They're matching. And I'm going to add one to the top and one to the bottom, right where that little droplet bit is. So I'm going to take my resin and I'm going to dot it there, and I'm going to dot it there. I don't have enough on there, so we're going to dot it there, making sure there's enough on there that it's going to stay. And I'm going to put both of these on here sort of so that the point is going down on this end and up on the other end, but right in the middle of that droplet, just like that. And then this one's going to go up here. And I have so many of these great nail charms, and I just love them because they are so decorative and so sparkly. And you can use them in so many projects, and they just are amazing. They do enhance it, and you see how small this is. Well, they work for the smallest of things. So this one, I'm sorry you guys, I'm standing up and I hope I did not put my head under the camera there. I'm going to use this one. Oopsie. I moved that right there. And this one I'm going to use down on this side. I'm just putting a little bit of resin there right now. When I fill this in later, I can get all the resin I need to finish covering that white section of this so that it's all covered. So I'm putting that in there like that, and you can see it's really, it's covering up a lot of that white, but it's okay because I think it just, it makes the whole thing, it just kind of sets the whole thing off. In my eyes, this is absolutely stunning. Okay, so I'm going to pop this now under my light again. And I'm just going to put it under there for a few seconds so that it can adhere those pieces down. Put those out of the way. And look at this pink, little pink butterfly. Is that not going to be gorgeous? Wait till you see that get on there. Oh my goodness. It sets the whole thing off with that flower and that butterfly. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, so now we've got this under there long enough. Here's our butterfly. It's a tiny little nail charm. Again, one of my nail charms that was sent to me in Happy Mail. Is that beautiful? And we are going to put her, I have to decide where she wants to go. I don't know if I want her at the top, at the top or at the bottom. I think I like her at the top, so for sure. Now I just need to decide. I think I want her right next to that pink charm right there. I think that's where she looks the best. So again, we're going to take our little, we're going to wipe that bit of resin off of there. And we're going to put some resin down right here. And just enough so that my light can at least get the process started to get that held down. And then when we pour, again, when we pour resin around the whole thing, it's going to encase all of those bits and pieces with the resin, and it's going to lock them all in. Okay, just a few seconds. There we go. Then this piece is going to go down here, and we know that's beautiful. I was looking, I want to decide, I have this little love charm as well, and I'm trying to decide if I want to put that on top or not. And I really think I do want it to go on here. I just have to decide exactly where. I want you to be able to see the word. Maybe it needs to go on this side of that pink charm, like the butterfly is on this side of the other pink charm. We'll put this one on this side of this pink charm. And I do love that. That is just delicate enough and light enough that you can see it, but it's not overpowering the whole look of this thing. So I do want you to be able to see that it says love and that it's right up there. And that's going under the light. While I take a sip of my coffee. And then we're going to add this on there. And I think honestly this would make a beautiful, a really beautiful pendant necklace. Then what I have to do here though, I'm going to grab one of my these are my little clippies. We could do that. Or, whoops, where did I put my chains? Okay, where did I put them? Actually, here's what we're going to do. I think this will work better because I can make it longer. Look I've got some of these chains too. I was thinking maybe I could hang a little bit of this dark chain from here in a couple of pieces. You know, take a couple of them and just kind of have them hanging. That's a pretty chain. Okay, so let's get this figured out here. I think the way that I'm going to put this on is I'm going to adhere it to the back of the watch piece, because that's how I'm going to get it on there and holding the best. So this could take a little bit of finagling here to get this just right so that I don't mess it up, because these can sometimes, if you get it just the wrong way, it hangs crooked. I mean, if it's off just a smidge, it will hang crooked. So I'm gonna hold this like this and try and hold it down so that I know it's going to hang in the right spot. I'm going to turn my light on here for just a few seconds. And just get it on there, and then I'm going to pick it up and see how it's hanging. And get a little bit more of my resin here. And I'm just going to put it back behind that. And I'm holding on to this, you guys, so I don't let it turn or spin or do anything that it shouldn't do. And now I'm going to pop it under there for a few seconds, and then I'm going to add more resin to the back of that because I want to get that on there really good right now. I don't want to wait. So you can see I've just got that kind of on there a little bit now. I'm going to take some more resin. I'm just going to pack it on there right on the back of that metal all around the rhinestone piece. And I'm even going to pack some on the back side of this. And then I will turn it over. Whoopsie. That thing. Let me see. I want to make sure this is in the right spot. I feel like it's over just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let me get that out of there. I really wish they would come up with a better way to set your little swabs. If they weren't so long, they wouldn't fall off of there like that, but oh well. All right, so I have some pretty dangles here that I was thinking I'd like to put a couple of them on. I like this a lot. And these are just some that I put on a safety pin just to keep them in place till I wanted to use them. And this one, I want to add, I have a little pearl here all by itself right here. I want to put this pearl on the back side. Or on the bottom of this, back side. On the bottom of that. And I'm just going to close it up so we have that nice little dangle right here. And I thought that might be pretty hanging from this if we can make it work. I'm not positive that we can, but we're going to try. Oh. Okay, hold on just a minute, you guys. Okay, so we got this on. It's all set. I did decide I am going to add this other piece on there as well, because if you look at that, it just kind of finishes the whole thing off, and I really love it with that. It makes it very, very blingy, and that is a-okay with me. It would either be that, or what I could do is I could take like one of these little vintage looking roses, and I could pop that there, but I just don't think that gives me what I need. Or I could take, this would have to go in that direction. I feel like I feel like it needs a little something right up in there to kind of finish it off. Now that looks kind of pretty, but I'm really loving this piece right here because that flower fits right up under there, and it sits right on the edges of those bars right there, and it just sets the whole thing off. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to add this really quickly to this. I'm just going to squeeze my resin out right here. I want to do this relatively quickly because I don't want that resin to all sort of start seeping through. So I'm going to get this up under my lamp real quick, and I'll be right back. All right. Let's see, that needs to go on my resin. And then I have this chain. We are going to make this a necklace. And this chain, I'm going to, let's see, I want to measure it out to be about 32 inches. So there's 12. Actually, I don't think I want it quite that long. 5, 26, 27, 28. Maybe we'll go 29 inches. I want to see how long that's going to be. Maybe 28 will be enough. I think we're going to go with about 28 inches. So I don't want it to hang down to the belly, but I do want it to be a long chain. And this is some ball chain that my friend Robin sent me, and it's a very, very tiny, I'm trying to remember if it's like a 1.5 or 2 millimeter ball chain, very, very thin. This is what I was wanting so badly, and she sent it to me, and I was so excited. I have my little clasp at one end of this. It comes, what she did was she sent me the ball chain, and initially I guess she thought that it came with the clasps, and it didn't. So then she sent me the little tiny clasps that go with it. And so I have this nice ball chain here and my clasps, and I am all set to go with that. And I love it. Okay, so that is ready to go. That's on there really well. And I was going to look at this and see if maybe, I just want to look. Probably not. No, I don't think so. Okay, I just wanted to look and see if that would kind of give it a little bit more of a look, but it doesn't. Okay, what I want to do here, now you can see I've got this big long bar going across here. That is not great. Because whatever you put up here is going to slide back and forth, back and forth. So you have to figure out how you're going to keep your piece in the middle of that bar without having it slide back and forth. And so what I'm trying to do here is I'm gonna go ahead. Here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna go right through there, right in the middle. Or actually, no, I need to put a jump ring on. We're going to put a small jump ring. Almost forgot. You definitely want the jump ring because that's how the chain is going to hang the right way. So, I'm going to take this jump ring and I'm just going to, I think this one, oh, you know what? This one's too small to fit around that bar. I forgot I had to make up for that bar. Okay, so let's see. This one should go around it. Yes. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close it. And you see I'm going in that back and forth motion, not that way, but that way. Okay, so that is on there. And really what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to put my chain on there. And here's what I have to do. I have to try, I'm going to resin see, is this going to go through here? That jump ring may not be big enough because this doesn't seem to want to be fitting through. It looks like it should, but it's not falling through the hole. There we go. Is it going? There we go. Okay, I did get it. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can get this to slide on through. And I'm going to hook the clasp here. And these are not the easiest to hook. It's teeny, 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 tiny because this is teeny, 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 tiny ball chain. And the clasps are teeny tiny as well. So you want to make sure you get that in there and get it hooked in. So we've got that on there. Now what I need to do is I need to make sure that stays right in the middle. And here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to trick it a little bit. I'm going to put a dot of resin, just enough to hold it in place while I hook. While I get that bow tie on there. So I'm going to put this under the lamp for just a minute. Get it hooked in place. And I'm keeping my my chain so that my clasp is in the center. It's in the center in the back. You know what I'm saying. I'm keeping it right there is my clasp, and it's in the right spot. Okay, so I stuck that little jump ring on there. Oh, I didn't stick it on there well enough. I was trying to do it without having to put very much resin on there, but I guess I didn't put enough. But I also don't want to get the resin on the ball chain itself. So that's the hard part. Okay, I really need to get this video done because I've got to go to work and I've got a couple more things I have to do before I can do that. So I still don't know if it's stuck on there well enough, but we're gonna give this a shot. Okay, so I'm gonna very gently lay that down. I'm gonna spin this around. And this bow tie is gonna go right across that bar in the back. Just like that. Now that is if, and that's a big if. You know what? I don't think it's gonna work. I may have to come up with plan B. Something like this. I just don't think it's going to stay. Huh. Well, you guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. I will have to change this somewhat because this is not going to stay where it's at. What I could do is I could take one of my little flowers and put it on there, but it just doesn't match. It does not go with the rest of this. That I don't like. See, the problem with these is that you can't bend them and you can't shape them to go around. Yeah, that's just not going to work. Well, I'm going to have to think about this, you guys, and come back and finish this later. I have a feeling, because I don't think this is going to work. I do have that beautiful leaf, and that does look pretty on there, but I'm just not sure. I don't know, you guys, I don't know. I don't know. I may have to put wrap this with something, some wire or something to make it so that I can put that jump ring on and not have to worry about it moving around. I think that's what I'm probably going to have to do, but I got to find something to wrap it with. So let me do that and I'll come back. Okay, you guys, last but not least, I have taken a day to think about it, and I've wrapped several things around this poor thing, trying to figure out what to do about this issue. And I finally came up with a solution, and I'm super excited about it. I was actually looking for this to begin with and couldn't find any of my pink. This is my pink rose trim that I used to get from Debbie over at Bird's Place, and this is what I have left of that beautiful trim, but I found it. I have a piece of purple, but I didn't have a piece of pink, so I finally did find it. So we are going to take some E6000, because this is on jewelry and I want this to stick really well. And actually, I just made a decision. I was just thinking about this. I think what I need to do is I actually need to put a piece of this on both sides. So I will be gluing it to to the bar and to itself on the other side. So I'm just cutting 2 roses off of this. I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue and I'm going to just put a little bit around the edge of this right there and there. And I'm going to try and twist it and not pull it apart, just like that. That's really all I need to do. Twist that one this way. And then I'm going to take and cut this little extra piece off here and here. Okay, so we've got 2 of these now. Don't need the glue to come with me. All right. So now what I'm going to do, and this is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove, and you guys, during all of this, I set up for my next video. So I've got a bunch of stuff over here to the side that I put off to the side so that I can start working on my next video. And if I'm being completely 100% honest with you, I was actually going to scrap this video because I was so frustrated with not being able to come up with something, and I thought, well, you can't put out a video that you can't even complete in a good way. So, and then I just decided, no, this will work. I just can't get this loop off. I'm going to put a bigger loop on this the next time too. Jump ring. In fact, I'm just going to snip this thing off because I can't get in close enough and I cannot see it well enough to even pull it apart. So we're just going to... You guys, my eyes, oh my goodness, my eyes, they are going fast. Soon, hopefully, I will get some glasses and my vision will be much, much better. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is these nails, they really do create a problem for me when I'm working. And I'm starting to feel like I shouldn't have them. Well, the problem is that now, since I've had them on for so long, and I've destroyed my nails underneath, my own nails, it's not a pretty sight. So let's go ahead and let's get that on there. Right there. Sorry about the noise, you guys. There's nothing I can do about it. And what I really need to do is I really need to be able to hot glue this and E6000 it, but I cannot do that. So I'm just gonna squeeze that there and I'm gonna be back in a minute. Okay, so here's what I did, you guys. I did glue this on here, one piece on the back and one piece on the front with E6000. And that is what I use to super glue something to a surface. And especially when I'm making jewelry and stuff, it's the best thing to use. I'm taking a large jump ring. I'm going to say this is about a 15 millimeter jump ring. I'm opening it up nice and large so that I can get it around. Well, actually, what I could do, I think I'm going to take it behind the front piece of the trim. Let me get a hold of it a little bit better here. Plus, I had to go eat something, you guys. I was starving. I ran to the store and got creamer for my coffee because I had no creamer this morning for coffee. And that was just terrible. And so I had to go get that so that I could make myself a real cup of coffee and then sit down and do my next video. I'm looking right now, my word, for my chain that I took off of this. I'm not exactly positive where I put it when I took it off. Let's see, let me lay this down. I don't think it's in my tray, no. It's probably in with all my stuff that I have set aside here. Ugh! Why do I do this to myself every single time? You know what would be kind of cool on this? Because this would be a good purse charm. And look at, I got some white ball chain. Recently I ordered some, and honestly, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should take this jump ring off, and instead of turning this one into a necklace pendant, I think I am going to try and still get it behind that first piece. There we go. And pull it around. And that way this can be used as a purse charm or a rear view mirror hanger or what have you. But I kind of like that. And it's white and it matches the white that's in the backdrop of this. I kind of like it a lot. What do you think, you guys? I think that's good. I think that's the way we're going to leave it. Forget about the other chain. I like it this way. And I've been waiting to use this white ball chain for something, and I just happened to catch it out of the corner of my eye. Look at, I have a whole bag of white ball chain. I'm excited. So there we go. We've got it, you guys. It turned out gorgeous, and I am on my way to doing another one, just to kind of give you a hint. Here's something that will go on the inside of the next one, and I just dropped it. And I'm my table ate it. It's gone. I just dropped it. And it literally, oh, there it is. I was going to say, and it literally got eaten by my table. So that's going to go into my next one. And I've got some bits and pieces over here that I'm playing around with. So, yep. So that's it. And on my next video, I'm going to show exactly how I take apart a watch and everything, start to finish. We're going to go on this next one. The best thing to use. And it'll be easier for me, honestly, to do that. And I know that the E6000 will hold. Just like that. Let's get our lid back on real fast. And grab our bow tie. And I think I am going to put a dot of hot glue right in the center there, just to get it started sticking. And I really wish I had some little squeezy clamps, because that would help so much to hold this together while it dries. But I don't have any. I just feel like it's not squeezing down on it as well as I would like it to. And I know I had some clamps here. Here's one. These darn things, though, these are the Harbor Freight ones. And the little things on the inside that are supposed to go next to the surface are so cheesy, and they just spin around to the backside so that they don't hold it. It's hard to get it right to hold it down. Let's see, what did I do with all of them? I had like packages of those things, and I had a whole bunch just hanging right off of my tripod here. And they're gone, every single one of them. And I'll only use them right here. That's the weirdest thing. Let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, there's not much I can do about it. Hopefully that will just hold it down well enough on both sides. It is putting pressure on this side too. So we're just going to leave it like that. But it is gorgeous. Let me show you guys what it looks like with the bow tie on there, and it's just going to keep drying, and then I will put pictures on the back end of this video so that you guys can see. Let me grab a white paper towel back behind me here. I'll set this on top of that so you can get a little bit better look at how this turned out. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? I love it, and honest to goodness, I love the white ball chain on there. I think that was a really good idea. So that's what we've got, you guys, and this is about I'm gonna say maybe a 6-inch ball chain. Let me grab one out of my bag. I mean, I could have used a silver one or what have you, but I've been dying to use these little white ones, and so I've got my ruler here, and this is actually 4.5 inches. So that works really perfectly on this. So that's what we got, you guys. Isn't it gorgeous? And I will show, again, I will show pictures on the back end so that you can see how the final piece turned out. There is one other thing, and I had it sitting right here. I had a flower, a little flower that I had planned on putting in the center of that. Where did she go? I think I've got another one here. I'll just grab a different one. These are some of my nail charm flowers that my friend Robin sent me. And these are so pretty. They're like dark in the middle and light on the outside, but these ones are really super pretty, and they're very, very detailed. And these you can get on Temu. So I am going to add a little bit more E6000 right to the center of that bow, right there. And I'll make sure I don't put my clip over the top of that. And we're going to put our little flower right in there. And then I'm going to put my clasp, or my whatchamacallit? I can't even think of what it is. Right there. And now everything can sit and dry and be perfect when it's done. Here, you can see what the rose looks like on there. Just kind of finishes it off a little bit better. Let me put this down on my paper towel here, and then I'll just zoom in so you guys can get a zoomy picture. There we go. So that's what it looks like, you guys. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I really, really love this one. And this is not a typical watch charm that I would do. It's a little bit different than my usual ones, but I love it just the same, and I'm excited about it. So that's it, you guys. I'm gonna go for now. Thanks a lot for watching. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of my subscribers that have gotten me up over 11,000 now. And the other video that I have to do today is my 11,000 subby giveaway. I should have had that out over the weekend, but I had a rough weekend, and then I wasn't feeling good on Sunday or Monday and couldn't get it done. I actually got sick, like just before I was getting ready to do it. I just all of a sudden got sick, and I don't know what came over me, but I was sick and slept almost all day on Monday. So yeah, it was a really bad day. But I will get that done as well, so that you guys can find out who the winner of that prize is. And that's again the pouch that I did. And I also will be doing my 2 or 3, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 Etsy shop giveaways. So anyway, God bless you all. Have a great day. Stay tuned for more videos. I've got some great projects coming up. I wanted to do something different, and this is different, and I'm going to do another watch video next. And then I've got, oh gosh, you guys, I've got so many things going on. It's insane. I got a birdhouse that I'm going to be doing, and I can show you that. I just got this glued down to this is actually a salt shaker that I put it on, but this is a birdhouse that Jeff made me. And then I have another one that I'm going to be doing, and I'm also putting it on one of these. It's a smaller one, so you can see I have a small one and a big one. This one my friend Sherry gave me. She sent me a couple of them, and Jeff decided he wanted to see if he could replicate it. He did, but he made it a little bit bigger. And look at how cool they are. So these are going to be really pretty, and I think these definitely will be going into my Etsy shop. So I've got to get those done as well. So I'm actually going to try and do those today as well. At least get one of them done, and then I'll finish the other one off camera. So anyway, that's it, you guys. Love you all. You are amazing. Stay amazing. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Be safe. Love your family. And I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Bye-bye.